Welcome to Old Path, and you might notice that this place looks a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. I am currently in El Paso, Texas right now for a conference at Calvary Chapel of El Paso. It's going to be going from Friday tomorrow through Sunday. So if you're interested, there's some speakers and some really interesting topics that'll be covered in the next few days. And so it's Calvary Chapel of El Paso. You can go to their website and they have live streaming for it. But I was here yesterday and wanted to share with you tonight what I did last night, what I covered, and we're going to take obviously a 1 week break from Second Peter, but it is to cover something that I think is on the minds of a lot of people because there's so much that's happening in the world. There's so much that's happening in the way of prophecy right now, and the question that gets asked often is, well, what are we supposed to be doing in times like this? And as though the two things are somewhat disconnected, and they're genuinely not. And so, just one great example of that is in Second Timothy chapters 3 and 4. There are a couple of very recognizable passages in those two chapters dealing with the end times and signs of it. And in the midst of all of that, you're going to find that Paul is very careful to make sure that Timothy realizes that there are the people that will infiltrate the church, and even some who will voluntarily leave from what is sound doctrine. That's what we get in chapter 4. But he says repeatedly, 3 different times to Timothy, but you. And so he gives a contrast. So this is what I presented last night, Wednesday night. So if you'll take a look in the description of this video, there will be a link that you can click on that will take you to that. And we'll be going through most of chapter 3 and the first portion of chapter 4 in the book of Second Timothy, dealing with the last days, the eschatos of days. So I wanted to put this up for you, and hopefully we'll open up some interesting discussion. You can always contact us through the ministry's website at oldpaththeology.net. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can make comment there as well. But it is an interesting time to be alive and paying attention to such topics. And we want to know what's happening around the world and paying close attention to that. But then also, what are we supposed to be doing as we wait for the Lord to return? And what should our conduct look like? And so we covered those things last night. Once again, I wanted to share it with you. And once again, also, love to hear from you if you have any feedback on this or any questions pertaining to it. You can do that through the ministry. Once again, that is at oldpaththeology.net. And there's an email contact that is there. So hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that it intrigues you to ask the questions that really are there in the text that really beg us to answer them. So I will see you next week for our study through Second Peter chapter 2.